In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, I greet you all. Greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Peace be unto you. I feel like I'm answering another inner call to share. So here I am again. Not quite a disclaimer, but I'll call it a claimer. I'm going to lay claim to what I'm about to share with you that has been written back in 1994. Anyone who has been around for a bit on the planet, probably after listening can understand why I'm deciding to share it now. Younger generations, I hope you appreciate it. Elders, I just thank you for the sacred presence of your presence and all that you've endured and continue to endure. And I'm so grateful that you're still here. But I thank you for, without you, we wouldn't have the liberty to share in the way that we do today. So I thank you for that. I lay claim to this and when it was written, because I bear witness that respectfully there might be parts that may not be your cup of tea. And if that's the case, I respect that. I ask that you perhaps find a spot that serves coffee, cocoa, whatever your beverage of liking. This here is an S.O.S. of some sorts. S.O.S. to the soul. And where it fits, it hits. You know, if it's a part of it that's not your size, word to the wise, just walk on by. That's what I'll share and say at the beginning of this. But I'm grateful to have a moment to even share it. I'll take a sip of tea before I get started to get these nerves out of my system. Okay. I think it'll be all right now. Ooh, this is S.O.S. In Search of Self, written in 94. And I thank you in advance. It's going to be a bit of a ride, so I thank you in advance for the investment of your time. S.O.S. S.O.S. Come back to me, my precious self. I am truly gone. Where did I go? I was once my love, now I'm my own wicked foe, friendly woe, nasty inward on the down low, deadly diva, doggy ho. Can we strive to understand the key to it all is in our hands, acting indifferent, slick and tough while never feeling good enough, hot stuff, come on back to me. Myself and I just won't return. We're so hard-headed yet tired of getting burned. Have we felt the pain of lessons learned? Deep inside we yearn to do what's right. The future is very bright if we would unite, follow the light from within the people we really are. Kill the fright, crush the fear, heal the scars and scabs that show off the gift of gab. Remove the stare, glare, jab and stab, big bad, hot shot, eyes bloodshot, ready to put some buckshot into the next ink blot MF that looks just like me. Come back to me, my precious self. This is not the way it's supposed to be. Our eyes refuse to see. The open enemies no longer have to kill me. I'll kill my own black self by myself. Intelligent slave, fearless fool trying to be brave, moved in, taking over masses' cave. Supposedly free, sadly mistaken and moody, have forsaken our duty and become the booty. Mixed up cutie, pure beauty, caught up, messed up, dressed up in promiscuity, strong and handsome, turned weak and gruesome, a brute in hot pursuit, looking for power in an hourglass. Too fast, greedy griffin, trying to look good, misunderstood, chilling in the hood, in the woods, in the wilderness, the jungle, where the lion used to reign supreme. Until we took a sip of the serpent's sweet sap, lost our self-esteem. Drifted into a dream, took a nap, fell fast, a deep sleep, then creeped the beast from within, arose from our loins, ruled by our groin and our lower desires. We leap into the rubbish heap, a fool and fuel for the fire. Way of life getting lower, temperatures getting higher, hot fuse abused, we're a time bomb ready to explode. Behold, another godchild stuck in a corrupting, chronic, vile, and demonic mold. We really have a divine beginning before the soul was sold, if the truth be told. Come on back. Come back to me, my precious self. We've mastered the ways of the devil, taken it to the next level, disheveled, disbeliever, fooled, and ruled by the arch deceiver. I hate to see us like this. I miss myself in my original form before we took on this world's negative norms, searching for love in all the wrong places. Notice the hurt behind our many faces. Come on back, sisters. I'm not a rude prude with an attitude or a snotty hottie slut with a big butt. Baby's got more than back. Oh no, I'm not anybody's hoe. I'm not a female pooch fiending for a smooch or a bee with an itch just switching, bypassing the kitchen. No thanks, I'm not your jump off, skeezer, scallywag, or scandalous skank. I'm not a wicked woman, wild wench, treacherous tramp, brazen broad, violent vixen, loud, loose lady, desperate dame, selfish sister, gossiping, gold digging, gorgeous, greedy girl, shorty with a 40 pigeon, chicken head, hoochie mama, filled with drama and trauma. No, nor a darling, destitute, poison, prostitute, posing as pleasure, buried treasure, trying to measure up to the standards of a scarlet harlot, caught up in a charlotte's web like a fly. Do you really believe you can fly? Looking fly, willing to do anything to get by, even die? Tell me, why? Am I a precious pearl? Lying in a bed of flames, being played while playing dangerous games with no aim and no shame. I'm locked in a shell, hidden paradise, trapped in a house of hell. As I rebel, what's on my mind behind my stylish hair? Do I care anymore? Society calls me a whore, sweet apple of the world's eye, rotten to the core. I'm so much more than an open door for strangers to run in and out. Just not what life is all about. Fixating on weight while waiting, dating, guilt, anxiety, and doubt. We're in a rush thinking we're ready, ripe and tempting, but the fruit is foul, funky, fresh enough to make hunting hounds howl. Come on back. Come back, my precious self. Vain with venom in my veins, alcohol in my breath, stressed, depressed, and plump with the seed of life in me, weed of strife in my breast, giving birth to death. Blinded by the glitter, too scarred, scared, and bitter to consider or appreciate the pitter patter of little feet stumbling in the beat of irresponsible defeat. Our babies should not be daunted and unwanted, neglected, rejected, unprotected, disrespected, infected by a sperm of anger and resentment, germ of fear and despair, sent to a womb that serves as our first room of doom and denial, a rude awakening, blocked by a crude introduction to trial, tricks, scheming, until face to face with the family's inner demons. Am I dreaming? Feel like screaming. I dare you. I dare you to go there. Become self-aware. Look into the mirror and stare. Break the cycle and wake up from this recurring nightmare. This is so unfair. Deep down inside, I know we really do care. Wipe the cold sweat on and inside mama's brilliant brow. We've got to remove the mark of that beast right now. Come back. Come on back, brothers, brothers, brothers. Filled with dis-ease, please come back to me, my other self, my brother self. Listen, bub, you're not a scrub, busted hubby with a wifey dipping in the tub while you slipping in the club. A beginner living off of TV dinners, more than a player. You should want to be a winner, not an absent father chasing booty, dodging duty, another baby's daddy, a deadbeat dad according to the fad, running from responsibility while driving yourself mad. So sad. Now who's bad? You're not a stealing, unfeeling, drug dealing, showboating, gun toting, ringtone quoting, wanna be a gangster, more like a prankster. Are you sure the joke's not on you? Do you really have a clue? You're not a brutal brother, monster, madman, lazy lad, dirty dog, played out, poison pimp, corny, horny, male hoe. Uh-oh. Heartless hog, thoughtless thug, cheater, woman beater, mistreater, fake McCoy, posing as a hoodlum bum boy, rough Rottweiler, pitiful pit bull with dreams of being the next top dog, mutt in a rut, self-deceived, golden retriever, chasing after diva, the lover and leaver. Stalk and pray day after day, night after night, what a sight. Such a hardcore, cold, low-down, vicious viper. Hate to see self so ruthless, drunk, high, and hyper. Punk perpetrating as a man with pants falling down past your diaper. Oppressed, depressed, stressed, and dressed as a target for scared, hate-filled badge-wearing snipers. Others marching into central booking possessed by the political Pied Piper. From men to mice. Not thinking twice about the traps being laid. Never mind those who have sacrificed, worked, and prayed despite mistakes that have been made, the price that has been paid to witness you not making the grade, unafraid play, laid out in a shallow grave. Big and bad, bold and brave. Arrogant and ignorant, with no bread and dead, not resting in peace, arrested in pieces, on and off meds. Let your so-called buddies tip another bottle to the head, tripping, no missing, reminiscing instead. Shed, take dibs on who's gonna be the last one to the crib, boo. Baby, boy, trying to run PlayStation, being made into a toy, chugging and drugging and thugging and mugging. Yes, I must be bugging. I'm really wise in demon's disguise. Keen and clever, caring and kind, but too deaf, dumb, and blind to find my way back. Not in my right mind, off the track, set up for the attack, settling for the quick fix like an addict craving crack. Game is way old and over while we remain a new jack. Half a Happy Meal frontin' as a Big Mac. I've got the knock and the nick without the knack. This is totally whack indeed. I'm in need of a major comeback. Come back, come back. Come back to me, my precious self. Come back from attacks, contracts, and contacts with Popo. Pleasing the status quo, always putting on a show. We can no longer hear, uh-oh, nothing is a no-no. Yo, how low, low, low can we go? Death row, rowing our boat down the mainstream. I ask, what does life mean? While I yearn for peace, settling for a piece of someone else's dream. In pursuit of happiness, I learn to feed my needs with the fruit of greed. No longer willing to suffer in silence, I succumb to the diet of sex, crime, and violence. Always on the case for a taste of validation, attention, affection, sincerity, and genuine real love. In haste from any place. Enamored by the chase, drawn in by a friendly face, a warm embrace. End up lost without a trace, trading in truth and trust for lies and lust. Reality is replaced with the intrigue of illusion. I drink from a cloudy glass laced with confusion, introduced to a world of false conclusions. I'm seduced by materialism, nursed by nihilism, left stumbling into the realm of hedonism and narcissism. My view and what I do becomes based on immediate self-gratification. What a landscape trying to escape. Isolation, indifference, abandonment, and hurt. I get used to being used, abused, exploited, manipulated, and develop an appetite for excess and dirt. What is all this worth? How? Why? Who am I? Where is the road, the path, the lane, or the track? Come on back, my precious self. It's time to wake up and seek higher belief. Control desires for money, pleasure, food, stuff while you're craving for relief. It's a challenge to be your own chief. Change and take charge, get a grip and submit. We want the better things in life, a better way of life, easy and quick. We become lunatic, patience with no patience, souls are sick. The tricks and the trappings of the new slave trade include getting laid and paid. We've already prayed, but don't want to wait until later, so we become a self-hater, feeling betrayed by God, dismayed by the perpetrator. Wickedness is destined to be over while we locked up in the plot, trained to try to get over. Surviving, conniving, striving to find our way back. Slipping through the cracks, cocaine, ecstasy, meth, heroin on the brain, insane, pushing our way through the pain and the strain and the mundane. Brothers picking up brothers, sisters, flirt with sisters, twisted, Mr. Sisters hard. Brothers soft, drifting off the path, lost in the backdraft. Satan says, I got him. We do whatever we want to do, hoping for the big rescue from rock bottom. Society hypocritically makes it seem like it's happening mysteriously. We ignore the signs. Anything goes. Don't take anything seriously. We think it's all a joke while we choke in the gun smoke. Always broke. Roaming the streets. Incomplete. Can't take it. Can no longer fake it. About to break. We lie awake in our beds, being fed and led into the night of the living dead. Hanging on the corner under the street light. Can't see the light. Talking to ourselves. Don't hear a word. Absurd, disturbed, vision totally blurred. Don't tell me that this is what happens when a dream is deferred. It's time for the transfer. I truly want to know and love myself, whoever that may be. There's still something within us struggling to be free. The life of a beast won't lead to my inner peace. So surprised, like Mama Maya says, I'll rise like dust. No more living in despair and disgust. Trust in the power of God supreme, or be devoured by the demons inside our dreams, inside our minds, ignoring divine. My true self still seeking for spiritual fitness, mental health. The inner devil misguided by the outer devils. Now it's time to rise to a higher level. Come back to me, my precious self. Come back to me, my precious self. Resist temptation. Run towards our liberation. Don't hesitate, procrastinate, move to seal the evil fate. We've been low, but it's not too late yet. Time is running out. Won't tolerate the self-hate much longer. Won't tolerate the self-hate much longer. Won't tolerate the self-hate much longer. Must get stronger or else. I love you, myself, as I wait for you, as I wait for me, as I wait for us on the other side of the pearly gates. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Thank you for your time, family. I guess I could finish this up. I'm still learning how to do this stuff. Thank you so much. Love you much. Peace and blessings. Stay safe. Have a blessed weekend.